thought it was about the dogs. Nah, it's about power. Yeah. Would've put a specialty, sunrise on the ground. Dogs in the grooming tents, whispers all around. Catalog smiles with the tension in the air. Every handshake got a hidden little snare. Board in the back room, running quiet little schemes. Bylaws in the pocket like a stack of poker dreams. Layers for the breed, but they guarding their throne. If you question anything, they coming for your bone. Grievance in the envelope, certified mail. Club justice system, but the deck.
Well, welcome back to my show. So, tonight, I was thinking about just kind of like searching through and looking to see what we can find on just random dogs and laughing about them. But the Corso Academy podcast dropped an awesome little nugget today, and I wanted to kind of go over that and review it and kind of drop some names and just kind of go through it and do a reaction to it. And I think there's some key points in it that are really important that we should take note of, because I think that a lot of people, there's information out there that people spread and don't know the truth of. And I think there's like key little nuggets that need to be pointed out. So I think that we should take a look at it. And I dropped it in my group today that I was going to do this because I think it's a really good podcast that was done today. I think it's really important that the Corso community absolutely watch it, and I think it should be shared everywhere. And I just think it was done great. And I think this is a key point that should be noted. This is what I love about Tony. I wish Tony would do more of this. And I think this was what the girls bringing him on and doing things like this was the best thing those girls could have done for him, because this is where he shines. So, and of course, Joe's in it. And I think it's just a magnificent four, I think. So, let's look at it and, go over some things, and I'll stop it when I want to react to different things of it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Corso Academy with Tony Scandi, your host, Pam Grushock. There's Whitney Whitaker over there. Hi. And we have our special host today. As you've seen before, he has his own podcast, Joe of NWA Connie Corso.
Welcome back, friend.
Which everybody that knows Joe has such a great podcast at NWA Connie Corso, and I think everybody should go over and look at all his podcasts. He is doing such a great job of all his stuff. He is magnificent. And I think everybody should go over and look at his stuff.
Thank you. I'm glad to be
What's
back.
up?
I'm glad to be back on one of the best shows on the internet.
Yeah.
Let me say something. I'm never cocky, but this is two of the most influential podcasts on the Connie Corso in the world.
100%.
Real simple. Just how it is.
100%.
And that's why people have come to us and need us for what we're about to do today.
Yes, so blessed to be here. So we have a really important topic. We're going to get right to it, like we always say, but we really actually have to today. We are going to talk about some of the dangerous changes that are trying to happen within the breed standard of the Connie Corso. So we're going to talk really quickly about kind of how those changes come about. Tony, you're going to carry the bulk of this conversation.
And I shared this information in my group, And I actually talked to Shauna herself, of course, off the record. March 18th. And I told her that she should absolutely talk to Tony and do something to get everybody on board. And I actually put a thing up in my group, which apparently it was shared to Tony within 2 minutes of me posting it, because everybody knows that I'm not for the club, the CCAA, at all. And I would never tell anybody to join the club ever. But at Shauna's behest, I actually did ask everybody to join the club. And nobody, everybody was like, what the hell are you talking about? But my brain just shut. But I just, everybody was like, what are you talking about? And I said, the only way to change the standard is to join, because that's the only way you're going to stop and block all these people from actually trying to change the standard. So I actually asked people to join, but I myself would not join. So
always, a lot of us are still here to learn, because we're going to learn what the CCAA is. The CCAA is kind of what controls some of these changes and how we get to make a difference, all of us here, but everybody listening. So this is going to be an important episode to listen all the way through. If it's long, listen to it on double speed like I do. That's okay. And please share it with everybody that loves the breed as much as we do. So Tony, we're going to just go ahead and start with you. And we really want to know what the CCAA is and the impact that it can have on the breed.
The CCAA is a national breed club, and it's the breed that oversees the AKC. Use them as the breed club of choice. There was really no other breed clubs that tried to get in there. It was just the CCAA. So it's not like they were selected out of a group of like 4 different breed clubs that they were special. It was the only breed club that went to the AKC. I personally was the one that wrote the first letter, 20 years ago, the first letter to the AKC, made the contact. And then, many years later, they fought me on it tooth and nail, wanted no part of AKC. At that time, it was personal. It was just about a registry being privately owned. And, and a good friend of mine, Eddie Hodis is an incredible guy, man. I just love him. His wife was incredible. Eddie passed, one of the most legendary guys in the breed. He's the only guy that I put up there with myself, ever that I've ever put up there with myself. Just an incredible man. Tight with Mike Satili, way back then, was a very good friend of his. So, that's how they went AKC. The problem is, with the breed club, the club is what takes the standard, the changes to the AKC to submit different things for standard changes. Nobody else is allowed to do that, So there's a lot of people throughout the world in the United States, just like myself.
And what he's saying is absolutely true. For them to make any changes whatsoever to the standard, they have to submit those standards to the AKC. The AKC then has to approve it. And then the CCAA can make changes. So it's not just like the CCAA can make the changes and then it's just final. They have to submit the changes to AKC.
We're not members of the club. We don't want to be in the club. We're not fans of some of the things that they do. It's just how it is,
So this dictates the changes within the breed standard for the AKC for the show and how it's supposed to be bred and all of those things. So this is the breed club that dictates that.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And it's everything in the standard. I'm sure everybody's read the standards. Well, unfortunately, there's probably 80% of the breeders have never read the standard, but it's they're just breeding for money and they don't give a shit about the standard. Same thing that some of the people in the breed club don't give a shit about the standard. And they're actually trying to change the standard and throw in the Rottweiler color markings into the standard, which is a contamination of one of the men who brought the breed into the country many years ago, contaminated him with Rottweiler. So unfortunately, a lot of them are getting that color in
And who he's talking about is Mike Satili.
their whelping boxes. Instead of selling them for $500, $800 as just straight family pets, taking them out of the breeding gene pool, these people are victimizing people, telling them it's just, oh, it's just historical color. It is historical. It's history of when the Rottweiler was crossed in.
So that's the black and tan that so
Black
many
and tan.
people see sometimes, or we see
Exactly.
across the internet. And
Black
we had
and
a
tan,
whole
blue
we had a
and
whole
tan.
episode on that
Exactly,
color
yes.
of what it is. So I'll link that too below.
Yeah.
But they're trying to pull this color in
Into
to
the breed
standard.
standard.
so
It would
that
be
it's
yeah.
acceptable.
So they're
It's
trying to
accept-
embrace something that really should not be tolerated, really, even at all.
It's
they're
never
trying
been
to-
tolerated.
Right. They're trying to embrace something, right? That shouldn't
Yeah.
even be tolerated. So that's kind of the
Well, it's never been a part of the Italian standard, which is where the breed originated from. Mike Satili bred in the Rottweiler, and therefore it became part of the breed. And he will actually admit this a little bit later. And so it's been the American standard, which is 1988. So therefore, if you weren't breeding it, you're not breeding rot now. If you weren't putting rotty into it and you're not breeding it into your lines now, it should have been bred out decades ago. It is 2026. You should not be producing black and tans now.
whole point here of what's
Right.
going on is what I'm gathering.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a select few. It's a very, very select few. But the problem is if you're not
Well, it's a select few that are breeding it, that have it in their lines and genetically can produce it. So when they sell open registration to Tom, Dick, and Harry, those people can genetically produce it. Therefore, other people can produce it as well. So if I'm producing it in my kennel and I sell a puppy out of that, even though it's not black and tan, and it can genetically produce it, and I sell open registration, full registration to John Q. Public who comes and gets it, that puppy can produce it. And all I have to do is breed it with somebody that can also produce it. And then I'm breeding black and tans as well. So it may be a select few kennels that are doing it, but it spreads throughout the gene pool because everybody's selling on open registration.
in the breed club, you don't get to vote on it.
Mhm.
So the way that the things work in the breed club, all you got to do to control a vote, I've watched it for 20 something years. You know what I mean? It's just, they get a bunch of members to join in, bunch of members. They have a thing now that you have to be sponsored. So if they feel members are coming in and they've done it before
Right.
and they don't want the member and they just don't accept them. If you have a sponsor, they're supposed to accept them. So even recently with this last,
Well, if they don't like the member, or if you say something controversial against the breed, there's actually bylaws that preclude you from, like, I could not, absolutely not be in the CCAA because I say stuff that is very controversial against it. Just by bylaws alone, they would not accept me. So there's a lot of reasons why people are not accepted.
last month, I guess they had like a certain amount of members come in, and I was told this by multiple people within their board. I'm never going to sell out their people and tell anybody who's telling me anything, but multiple people. So they got a lot of leaks in their club. You know, it's unfortunate. But 60% of the people that came in,
Well, it's not unfortunate. There's a lot of leaks in the club. The club should be very transparent on who's doing what. It's a club, first of all.
for the 100% of the new members, were all of one party persons.
Yes. It was Derek Matson and Terry Wolf of Serafina Kennels. They got 60% of members and they were the sponsors. And he can't say that, but I will.
Members, all this person. The other 40% were all another person. And that 100% of people, new members last month, are all coming in just to be able to control that vote,
Yep.
to vote certain people out of positions, and to vote in the black and tan. It's horrific. It's detrimental.
Because they're
Here's
trying
the reality of this.
They're trying to push Shauna out. They're trying to wear her down and push her out because she doesn't agree.
You want to talk about the laughing stock of the world, not just the United States. They are the laughing stock of the United States. Those people, and in the world, they're beyond the laughing stock. They're being laughed at by people that are in other countries. Did you ever watch the best comedian in the world go on and people are laughing their ass off and pissing their pants? That's what we're doing with this shit. I mean, it's the most comical, disgusting. It's comedy and disgust all in the same. It's terrible, horrific. It's so horrific that I actually talked to Shauna DeMoss.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
Go ahead, Joe.
So she, they got on the phone.
Who is Shauna DeMoss, Joe? For those that don't know,
She's the breed educator. Give me just a second. Oops. It's this person right here. Who's director number 1 in the CCAA. These are all your board of your board members, the board of directors in the CCAA. And she'll be in until 2007. Or 2027. Sorry. And this director 7 has been vacant for a year and a half now. And these are your regional vice presidents. Just in case you all want to know. They don't do anything. And these are your committees. And you have to be on the committee to be able to be a board member.
Tony, he'll be better. At
I wish she was on. I wish we might bring her on the podcast soon. You know what I mean? She's
Tony. Who is Shauna DeMoss
sense.
when it comes to the Connie Corso, and why? Yeah, why is her
been in the breed a long time? Been in that club a long time. Just me and Shauna, like everybody looks at us as arch enemies, like Batman and the Joker. You know what I mean? Or Superman and.
They've had a long-standing rivalry, or everybody thinks it's a rivalry. I don't know. Like I said, she bought in 97, she bought Sasha from Tony out of his ad. Scandifio Sasha, I showed you in my live Wednesday.
Kryptonite. That's what they look at us as. We got a lot of different beliefs, a lot of different, practices that we do things sometimes totally different. But on this instance, this is so severe of a problem that could happen in this breed that we've actually talked on the phone.
Because it could change the trajectory of people's breeding programs.
It could destroy the breed, period.
Yeah.
We'll be the laughing stock of the world. We won't even have we'll all have Connie Corsos because we know what we're breeding. But all these other people.
And most breeders feel that way. People that breed a true Corso feel that way. They'll never, if the standard changes, they will never breed to this new standard that Derek Matson and Terry are trying to change it to. They'll just breed how they're continuing to breed, which is the Italian standard. They will never breed this new American standard way. They'll just still breed the way that they're breeding. It'll never change. The newcomers will breed with the black and tans and scissor bite and all this weird shit that they're going to try to make it look like. And I was told that it was going to resemble a Borbal. But if you look at what Derek Matson breeds, who the hell knows what Derek Matson breeds? I mean, if you look at it, it looks like a Shar-Pei, Chow Chow, Doug Bordeaux, I don't know, weird looking thing. It doesn't even look like, it doesn't resemble a Corso at all anyway. And you have to think, he bought his in 92.
It's going to open up for these other clowns that are just puppy millers
Mm-hmm.
and only doing this for profit to be able to breed black and tans, sell them for big money, and people to breed them.
Mm-hmm.
Something that we bred out of the breed, and everybody has bred out of the breed for the last 40 years or whatever since they've been in this country. Every other country doesn't want no part of that. From what I understand, they were even talking about trying to bring the straw into the breed.
Actually,
It's another laughing stock. You know, there's breeders out there promoting straw, like, oh yeah, you know, we got the straw, the rarity. It's nothing rare about it.
even Senza Tempo now has a straw. I showed you that.
You breed two together, you get a whole litter. There's nothing rare about that at all. The only thing about it is it's a bunch of clowns who don't produce quality dogs, and they found a lane. They call it their lane. Well, I'm in my own lane. Leave me alone. Well, you're in your own lane destroying the breed. You're not supposed to show those in the ring. They're not supposed to be shown. They're not acceptable. But yet we have AKC champions that are straw. No mask, you know, breed standard says they must have a mask. So another color they want to, you know, try to put into the standard, only because some of the people in the club and in their board are breeding that shit. And they're only breeding it for money. It's like the Frenchie people. You know, the Frenchies have certain colors that can go in the Frenchie ring. And now they got Frenchies that are Merl and they're, you know, three-tone and
Right.
look
But
like
it's funny.
zebras. They got Fluffies. You know, they got all of a sudden Fluffies. I'm pretty across the Pomeranian in there, and now they got Floodles. Those are the ones that look like a poodle. I mean, it's
Right.
same shit.
So
We
the
have a standard.
significance of Shauna coming on or to talk about or even to discuss with you is big because you guys are Batman and Joker and you
Right. That's how they
literally
happen.
don't like each other. Doesn't really matter. But the one thing you can agree on is that you don't want these things to be in the breed standard. So Joe,
Absolutely. Like, yeah, here's the thing.
you
There's
talk
no
with
hate-
Shauna.
I don't know. When I talk to her, she really doesn't want to do a live. That Doberman guy really freaked her out. She is very scared about doing any podcast. I mean, I tried to talk to her really hard about going on to Joe's podcast. And I mean, more power to her. More power to you guys. If you could get her to come on, if you could get her to do a live, that would be great. But that Gerald dude freaked her out so bad.
We don't hate each other. There's no we just really don't do a lot of things together.
Sure.
We speak once in a while. We're cordial. We just I go my way and I have my beliefs, and she goes her way and she has her beliefs. And we might believe that majority of the things we believe in are total opposite. But
So that you guys agree on this? I mean,
100%.
that's historical, to be
100%.
honest with you.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. But here's the thing. If two people are doing the same breed and they really have a love for the breed and they have a passion for the breed, I was shocked. I was shocked when I talked to Joe when he had her on the phone because I thought she was the one leading that charge. She's vehemently against that,
Right.
just like myself.
Right.
She said it's the laughing stock. This is the end of the road.
And she's getting a lot of pushback. I know when I talked to her in early March, she was getting a lot of pushback. She was getting yelled at a lot. She was having a really hard time. I don't know.
For the breed to pass that shit into the breed, we will be the laughing stock of the world, the laughing stock of America. Nobody anywhere wants to breed that shit. or put into a program or sell it for big money other than the ass clowns that have it. And I hate to say the word, but they're ass clowns. Disgusting, ignorant people. You want to be puppy millers? Go get into a different breed. Make your own shit. Call it the black and tan Corso or the black and tan Rottweiler, really. Or how about just go breed Rottweilers?
Right.
Exactly.
That's what you do, right? You want a black and tan?
Yeah,
Switch breeds.
Joe.
Yeah. So I want to clarify some stuff she said. Like when we was on the phone, she said that the black and tan is or what some people refer to as pointed is in the breed, but she don't believe it should be in the standard. Right. That's one thing she wanted people to know. She doesn't believe in a straw being in the standard, being accepted. And what else was there, Tony? This is the things y'all agree on.
Right.
Because we're only talking about that.
Yeah, but the thing is it's no different when I talk to her. So she said the same thing. It's in the breed, but it's no different than when I talk to her. She talked like Flood and David, but how many decades ago was that? And if you are not breeding for it now, you're not bringing Flood into it. You're not bringing David into it. You're not going back there to bring those dogs into the pedigree today. So you should have bred that out. You shouldn't be seeing it in your lines today unless you're bringing Rottweiler or those genetics into your lines today. So, I mean, David and Flood have been dead for a long time. I mean, decades. So, where are you getting the genetics for that? To say that it's in it. But then she told me, like, you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You just, you don't give them papers. You just sell them as pets and all that stuff. I understand that, but you shouldn't have it. Again, we're going clear back. And this, David and Flood were, before 1988, right? Like, where were they in the gene pool? And it is 2026. We shouldn't be seeing it if we kept calling all those dogs. And I don't mean like hard calling, but like not breeding for those genetics. So if we're not breeding for those genetics, why are we seeing it pop up today? So it shouldn't even be a question of why we're seeing it. And we can literally test for it. I mean, we're just looking for AT and, looking for the genetics for brindle overlay and all that stuff. So if we're looking for those genetics and we're not breeding the dogs with those genetics, then why are we seeing it? And that's the question that we have to keep asking ourselves.
Several things we agree on.
Yeah.
But the reality is, like, those are the main pertinent things. So here's the deal. We need to get this video to everybody in that club, all the people that they're selling these memberships to try to twist their brain and make them think, hey, vote this way, vote this way. We need to stop this. We need to stop that. We're not going to get a bunch of members to go join in there and, let's get 400 members and let's stop it. I mean, that can happen. But why would, like, my theory is I ain't giving them no money. I'm not soliciting people to give them money because the reality is they're not giving anything back to the membership. We used to give a quarterly newsletter that was badass that we spent some money on. You get nothing now. They do whatever they want with their money. They go on trips. They fly each other to different shows. We always pay that shit out of our own pocket. That's not what you take out of your membership's money. So you can't just solicit a bunch of people to get in there.
Yeah, now Eves gets a $500 stipend and, you have all this money going out everywhere. And now it's so closed down. You don't even get, your minutes, your monthly minutes to even know what the club's even doing. I mean, the members get nothing. That's why I said in January, don't even sign up. You don't even know what your club's doing. What are you paying your dues for? You have no idea. So I 100% agree with them.
Change it because they'll make sure they know how many people are in that membership list.
Yep.
They used to do it years ago. and they send out these things. Hey, listen, we got these 30 people. These are our memberships, 30 family memberships. So that's 60 votes. I got the 20 of those. This person got 15 of those. That's 30 votes. So we know we control 200 votes out of the 300 members. We can't lose. That's how they do shit. It's total corruption, in my opinion. I mean, some people can say, well, it's legit. Why don't you just send members? Well, you can't send members because if you don't got a sponsor and they don't want you in there, you ain't getting in there.
Yep.
It's all about control to be able to do what they want. And it's unfortunate that they're putting their financial gain and their money in their pockets and their greed in front of a breed. It's not supposed to be greed. It's supposed to be about the breed, especially in those clubs. I was in them. It's all about the breed. I got thrown. I ain't gonna lie. I got thrown out of the club 3 times. I was about the breed, not about the greed.
Right.
I got thrown out one time because I was pushing for AKC. I got tossed right out. They voted me out and they gave this big story of why they want to know if I wanted to resign. It's absolutely no. I ain't resigning shit. Why not? We're gonna throw you out anyway. So throw me out because I want to be able to tell everybody that you corrupt pieces of shit threw me out and you lied about everything. I was the one back then spending $500 and $700 a month on phone bills, talking overseas, talking to the people. Back then, you didn't have the $100 and something a month cell phone that you can talk to the world. I was eating all those costs, doing everything for the club, so then they, begged me to come back in. They continue to keep begging me to come back in every couple of years because I'm a big voice. But they know, and when I go in and I tell them, I'm not going to subject to your crooked shit. I'm not going to do what you guys are looking for me to do. I'm about the breed, period. Greed ain't going to ever hit me. They're not going to control me with that. That's what those people are doing. Change the standard to an incredible breed for their greed.
Okay, you speaking on a standard again. Another thing that when we was on the phone with Shauna, she wants people to know is the Satili standard is not the first standard. It's
extremely laughable. Yeah. So here's the deal. So she explained that, and you were on a conversation that they're trying to lie to their membership and lie to their people that they're bringing in to follow them and say that, oh, well,
this is the best part that he does. I love this part.
Listen, we have to do this because the original standard was I had black and tan in it. Well, the original standard, you want to know what the original standard was? Mike Satili got a piece of paper and a pen and said, okay, I'm crossing in Rottweiler, so let's throw black and tan in there. Crossing in Pit Bull, so we better put scissor bite. We don't have really anything that looks like a Corso.
That part needs to be clipped and sent everywhere because that is probably the most truth about, and it breaks the myth of the JFK airport. The bitch had the puppies on the airplane, and then she had the puppies in the van on the way home, and then she had the puppies in the basement, and then she had the puppies at Linda Valentine's house, and then she had the puppies at a rest stop. And there's so many there's so many stories about all these puppies being here, there, and everywhere. And I love this part of it. This part right here needs to be clipped and just put everywhere. Every time somebody says, no, they're just the best dogs that came from Italy. And this right here is the best part.
So we have to make undershot a disqualification.
I'm going to play it again.
The breed is always supposed to be in it.
Wait.
Slightly. We have, so, okay, I'm crossing in Rottweiler, so let's throw black and tan in there. Crossing in Pit Bull, so we better put scissor bite. We don't have really anything that looks like a Corso, so we have to make undershot a disqualification. The breed is always supposed to be in it, a slightly reverse scissor to a slight undershot. That's the breed standard in Italy. And, and like Shauna told you, that's not the original first standard. That's the first standard that anybody wrote in America. The same guy that said that, and he is the original importer. I give him credit for that. Mike Satili Sr. forever is going to be a legend for bringing the breed to America. How many real ones he brought to America is a different story.
Right.
How many Rottweilers and Neos and Pit Bulls he crossed in is a whole true story that his son will tell you and all the people around him will tell you. That's what they did. That's what they crossed in. So wrote the standard up just like this. So here's the standard. It was no standard accepted by anything, not by AKC, not by anybody. That standard was accepted by Mike Satili. his own little breed club. We could do that tomorrow, Joe. We could go put a breed club together and call it the Joe and Tony show.
Yeah.
Make up a breed standard. Let's write up a breed standard.
Right.
Because we're going to cross this and we're going to cross that, so we can create a new breed. You know what I mean?
Right.
If they want to use that old standard, call it a different breed. That old standard, I want to say they called it Sicilian Branchero in the beginning.
They
Don't even think it was called Corso.
act.
Right.
Don't even think it was
So
called Corso.
when you took when the breed went AKC,
And it was the name used by Mike Satili and his wife before it was actually called the Corso, the Cane Corso. Tony is actually telling the absolute truth. And I love this part. This is the absolute best. This is why I love Tony right here. This right here, this whole thing needs to be shared everywhere because this is Tony at his absolute best. Just straight up, blunt, raw truth, Tony. It is the best. It is no fluff, no rhetoric, no nothing. It is just raw truth fact. And that is the best Tony.
they use the standard from Italy.
No, they never use standard from Italy. Never use the FCI standard. But I'm glad you bring up that point. That's something that I fought for years. I feel that the breed standard worldwide, like in every other country uses that standard.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who the only people that don't use the FCI standard are?
Us.
Us in America.
Mm-hmm.
We're special. We're special.
The thing today is too, like they're currently today adding in Pit, adding in Rottweiler, calling it an American Cane Corso today.
Yeah.
I think they call that the American Mastiff, or they call that the American Corso.
Some of them calling it the American Cane Corso. They spinning off the name.
And some of them clowns, the American. And those are the people that have no papers. They're making their own registry up. Same shit I just said that Mike Satili did way back.
Right.
American Cane Corso. Maybe they can call it that.
Right.
They should put American Cane Corso / Rottweiler, Pit Bull, and / all that shit, right?
Right.
It would make sense.
Yeah.
But so it's the people like that don't really have AKC dogs that are really all about that, because now they're going to be, we got black and tan, we got that original shit. That original shit, nobody wanted it, man. We all cleaned it out. You know what I mean? We all cleaned it out.
Yeah. So you've worked really hard to keep that out. So
I've worked with every single line in the country and pretty much almost every line in the world. I've been doing this almost 40 years. I seen all that shit in my whelping pens. I seen it with my own eyes. I put my hands on it. When I talk, it's facts. I'm not talking about some bullshit that, it could have been this, could have been that. You got half these clowns right now out here. They've been involved in the breed for 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, even 10 and 15 isn't really that much time. And they're experts. They know it all. You don't know anything. You should listen to what us old people tell you that we've been in it. Like I haven't been in it for just almost 40 years with my hands not in it. I'm talking about, 10 litters, 15 litters year after year in hands in other people's litters, seeing everything, traveling the world, not just in the United States, traveling in Italy, seeing all this shit. Like people are asking me to write a book. I'm going to write a book. I'm going to write it. If I wait till I get time to write a book, and I'm going to put it all out there, it's going to be a great thing. But hands in. If
those things pass, I mean, we don't know if they're going to do it or not. I know they're still doing some talking on what they're going to present to the AKCs, is from what Shauna was telling me.
Right.
But if it was the point and the straw was to get through, we would be the only place in the world with a standard like that.
Period.
Right.
We would be the ass clowns of the world, the laughing stock of the world, because these idiots in there that are pushing to do that shit.
Which is really sad.
The Rottweiler color gets in there, we're going to be ass clowns of the world. We're not going to be, because we're going to tell everybody, hey man, people are out of their damn mind. They're clueless. They're money hungry.
Yep.
They're greedy. It's disgusting. They don't care about their breed. Here's the reality, Joe, and I think you guys can all vouch for this. You've talked to multiple people in the breed. Real people that love this breed would never, ever, ever attempt to want to push that shit to be in the standard.
Yeah.
Greedy people that's only about the money, those are the people that would push that shit.
And
because people that see all this shit coming down are angry about it. They're angry.
reason about the money is because you're saying they want to change it to what's in their yard. So they want to change the
I'm on
standard
a
to what they
podcast right
already
now. I
have,
gotta call you back.
right?
Bye. I'm
Right.
sorry, guys.
Yeah. So they're trying to change the standard. The reason they're trying to change is because it's there in their yard. They have
That's
it in
the only
stock.
reason.
And they're like, well, let's just put this in the standard because this is what I have.
That's
And I
it.
don't want to change my whole program.
Exactly.
Instead of changing their program to fit
Instead
the
of doing the
standard,
right
they
thing.
want to change the standard to fit their program.
Instead of doing the
That's
right thing,
asinine.
let's do the
That's-
wrong thing. It's beyond asinine.
Well, it's because it'll cost them too much money. They have to get rid of, 70 dogs, 100 dogs.
That's a good
Asinine.
word. I love it. I never heard Whitney swear, say a bad word. Whitney Whitaker said it's
That's as bad as
asinine,
she gets,
everybody.
you guys.
Asinine.
There you go.
Great word. All of those
Had to
people are
happen.
asinine.
Tony, you're rubbing off on her.
I love it.
So Tony, I want
Passion.
to ask
That's
you.
right.
I want to ask you a question
Yes, sir.
with your history in that organization that's in the breed period.
Okay.
With things like this, we don't know if it's going to happen for sure, but the people involved, they're going to push for it.
Mm.
So with the CCAA, that everybody pretty much knows it's not very. I don't think that they're very open to the public, I would say.
No.
So how would people know who to trust if they want to get involved?
You can't trust anyone.
Should they get involved with something like this? And when you don't really know if
You can't trust anyone. And to get involved, there's no way to get involved and trust that your vote will even count. It's kind of like a crapshoot. It's kind of like a good luck.
you're going to get through in the memberships, how does that work and all that?
It's extremely hard, man. I'll be honest with you. I hate to say I don't know the answer to fix it, but I don't know the answer to fix it, man. I really don't know the answer to fix it. But here's what I am going to say. What can help fix it is this kind of shit here going live and viral all over. This will help fix it because this is going to put pressure on those people. And make note right now, all you people are going to watch this. You're going to see it. Every one of you, I'm going to start naming your names. I know your names. I know who's pushing for that shit.
I'll say them. Derek Matson and Terry Wolf of Serafina County Corso.
I'm going to name your names. Once I name your names publicly on this podcast, it goes viral, you'll be out of the breed. I'll run you out of the breed because you need to be out of the breed. You're bad for the breed. When Tony Stanley starts naming names, you're all in trouble. And I promise you, I'm going to name names. That's the real simple fix, Joe. I'm going to name names. I'm going to expose all those people by name. We're going to take and do a dual podcast together. We're going to show their picture, their card. Stay away, stay away, stay away. Here's your corrupt scumbags who breed that shit. We're going to expose it all. We're going to expose it. That's how to fix it. Once they're all gone, then everybody can, get back in there and make a great club. But until that happens, it's not going to be great about anything.
But right now, you're just kind of giving everybody kind of a chance.
I'm giving a warning. This is a warning to them all. I'm going to name names. Warning, take heed.
Well, they're not going to change. Derek Matson's been in it since 92. He's not going to change. He breeds the same way he's bred for years. And Terry's backing him. And they're the ones that got the most people to join in the last month. And Sarah's going to bring it to the membership this month. So I don't know how that's going to change.
They don't want to be exposed. I assure you that.
No.
Right.
They don't want the exposure. Trust me when I tell you.
And people ask all the time.
They asked. And
Give names. And you're
I
like,
feel
"No."
bad for the people that want to know. And truthfully, I feel bad not naming names.
Mhm.
I do feel bad. This is their chance to cut the bullshit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do it, and your names are getting named.
Tony Sandy said.
And if they think I don't have power worldwide, try me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
Time.
a pivotal moment, very pivotal moment in the history of the breed in America.
Mhm.
But, yeah, we don't want to look like clowns, and we would like more transparency.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's
The whole breed needs transparency. Needs transparency in health. It needs transparency in the club. It needs transparency on breeders. I've said that for years. Everybody hides everything. Nobody wants to tell anybody who's a bad breeder, who's a puppy mill, who's doing what, because everybody's so damn secretive.
But the number one thing
Absolutely.
I want, like, man, what's going on? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
when I was involved, Joe, I wanted transparency, and I made to even jump back in the last time. I made it be a rule to where they used to be able to hide all of the names of who voted which way. That's an easy way to do stupid bullshit and crooked shit and not get exposed. Like, nobody knew who was voting how. That's bullshit. I said,
Yeah.
listen, you got to be, you have to be
Accountable, transparent.
be able to be criticized or put on a pedestal for your actions.
Transparent to
If
stand
you
up.
want to
to
vote
what
some
you-
phony bullshit,
Mhm.
everybody needs to know how you voted.
Yep.
How do you get back in and be elected again? You're supposed to be able to get elected to
Nobody
positions
knows.
by what you did. So
Yeah.
if nobody knows what you're really doing or how corrupt you are, but here's the problem. Unfortunately, the votes ain't really legit either. You know what I mean? It's just, buy a bunch of memberships, put in whoever you want. Like, they know who's going to win every time that they have an election. They know who's going to win. They have the numbers counted. They have the membership. It's okay. We got 300 members. We control 200. We can't lose. And they're right. They can't lose. It's going to continue like that. And that's the sad thing. So here's the deal. I know you guys got controlling vote. You got controlling vote. You just put in a bunch of new members in. I'm sure you're going to spend a bunch of money to put a bunch of new members in next month. I'm going to expose you. You might win the little war. You ain't going to win the whole battle. I guarantee you that. You won't win the long-term battle. You might win the war and change that shit and make us all look.
Well, it's all putting in their puppy buyers. When you are a puppy mill, you're going to have a bunch of buyers that don't know what they're doing. Hey, Canine. But yeah, when you sign up a bunch of puppy buyers and they don't know how to vote, they're just going to vote however you tell them to vote. They don't know what's good for the breed and what's not. They're just buying puppies. That's how it's always been.
Like idiots because of your ignorance. You won't win the long haul battle. I assure you that, ladies and gentlemen, because there's a lot of ladies in that too.
So tell us real quick too, like, obviously we know the significance and why you're passionate about it, but why would keeping this breed standard where it is and not changing it to everybody's yard and all those things, why would that matter to the average dog owner or somebody looking into get the breed? Explain why these standards matter across the board, to people that are just getting the dogs. Does that make sense? That question makes sense?
Yeah, and here's the crazy thing, does it really matter to all the people new getting in? They're just getting a dog. They just want a pet. It matters because they want a Corso.
Absolutely.
They don't want a mixed breed.
Yep.
They don't
Yep.
want a Rottweiler. If they
Well, I
want a
mean, that's
Rottweiler,
why it would matter to me
Right,
when I
yeah.
was looking, like, I want the real deal. Like,
they want the real deal. Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to be
They don't want
fooled. Yeah.
they don't want something that was a corrupt standard changes for breeders. They don't want that. If they wanted to be a part of a puppy mill, they go buy a dog from a puppy mill.
Right.
But unfortunately, it's not there's puppy mills out there all over the country. A lot of these breeders, they're puppy millers. Same shit. People
Yeah.
talk about me sometimes. Oh, he's got 50 dogs. I had one of the clowns, Joe, on your show. Oh, you got 50 dogs up there. I got 18 dogs in my whole entire yard.
Right.
I can hold maximum of 24. Is there breeders out there that are reputed and supposed to be these great breeders that have kennels full of 40, 50, and 60 dogs? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say who, but there's a lot of them out there. They got 40, 50, and 60 dogs at a time. That's a puppy mill. You can't focus on anything other than puppy milling.
Yeah.
And a lot of the big names are those people.
Yeah. And it
This
matters.
talk people, when people see this and I say I got 18 dogs on my whole entire yard right now, they're gonna be like, what? We were told he's got 50 to 100 dogs. I
Right.
can't hold a 50 to 100 dogs. That's disgusting. That's a puppy mill.
I've been with
That's true. They don't. Matter of fact, they encourage puppy mills.
you doing just kennel tours, and I've had many people after the kennel tours go, "Oh, I thought he had a lot more dogs," and I'm like, "No,
No, I got a decent amount of badass dogs.
yeah,
Great temperament, great type. That's what it's about. It's about producing quality, continuously, not producing quantity.
You ever see that show? Can you ever see that show, Mob Wives? I think it was Big Ange on there. I loved her. Exactly. Yep. Well, yeah, the more registrations they get, the more money they get. I mean, you don't have she did. I loved her though. She had the best attitude. She was my favorite. Well, Deidre was my favorite. She's got more my attitude, but Big Ange was hilarious.
And that's where it can matter, right? And that's where it matters is the quality. Is because we're coming in wanting Corso for what we know it is, and we want quality. And if you start to add these things in, that's when it gets, under standard.
This isn't this episode is not a temperament conversation by any means, but I do want the average owners out there who just enjoy the breed, love the breed enthusiasts. I want them to understand too the exterior of the dog, right? So a Corso's not meant to be, Rottweiler, looking, or we're not even talking about Merl, but just following on my thought pattern. That stuff all affects the temperament and the mind and stuff of those dogs that are being bred too. So you think it's just an exterior thing. That stuff
Whitney is absolutely correct in here because color actually plays a part. There are some colors like Merl, even in white Dobermans, that actually have an effect on mental capacity and stuff like that. So we don't know. It's no different than certain colors. Like we don't know, like the DQ bitch. We don't know what those colors have an effect, and that's why I always ask, what colors are affecting their mental capacity? Is there an issue with these colors that we don't know about? Like mutated colors, and there are mutation, like melanistic, like the melanistic blacks in Dobermans, or the albino white in Dobermans do cause issues. They cause frenzy. They cause all kinds of issues in Dobermans. So what colors are we looking at in Corsos that we're not addressing when it comes to aggression issues, which frenzy in Dobermans is an aggression issue? So are we not looking at, is there a correlation between color and aggression in some of these dogs? So Whitney is absolutely correct. That's why I said this is such a good panel. And this really is one of Tony's best. That's why I think this should be shared everywhere.
affects what's going on the inside of the dog as well.
Now, here's a crazy comment I could say. I love that you just brought that up. That's an incredible statement, Whitney. So as crazy as it sounds, I will be the first to tell you that, you remember how many times we talked about that old school, people called you, old school, old school. Old school was a bunch of basket cases. Guess what color is old school? Black and tan.
Yep.
Black and tan. So along with the black and tan, and I didn't even get into that. I don't even have to, because to try to push that color is asinine, Whitney's word. So it just,
Right. I mean, there's a lot of colors that do have temperament issues, and there are correlations between some colors. I mean, not all colors, but there are color differences, you know? So, yeah.
Bunch of unstable dogs. Those lines are the most unstable bloodlines in the world, not just in America, in the world.
Right.
Well, I can't say in the world. That's not that would be an untrue statement, and I'm going to catch myself on that
Well,
because the rest of the world don't have that contaminated shit.
well, he is right. He caught himself saying in the world for black and tans and Corsos, but in the world is in color correlation. So he was right in what he first said, but he was only speaking in general in Corsos.
Right. Yeah.
So that's America's worst lines in the United States, not in the world, in the United States. The rest of the world don't have that stupid ass crossed up Rottweiler shit. That's only us. Because the guy that wrote that original standard crossed it.
Mike Satili.
Man, that's what he bred.
Yeah, 'cause
Crossed in every
Whitney-
breed that he bred. Into the
Whitney,
standard.
you're saying like, okay, Rottweilers are great. It's a Rottweiler, just be a Rottweiler. But like a Corso is great because it's a Corso. But when
Right.
you start to mix the two, that's when it's not the stable dogs that
No.
you.
Well, when you mix the two, you could get unstable temperaments. Lunistic animals, right, have been shown. Right. Albino was white with red eyes and real albinos. Shown to be, they've been shown to be calmer? And less aggressive in all species? See, that's way different than white albino Dobermans because they're more aggressive. They actually have frenzy because they have, yeah, I would argue about Dobermans too, because Dobermans actually, they go into what a frenzy because they have sensitivity, photosensitivity. And it causes them to not, they only see, they're actually albino. They have the red eyes, pink noses, pink pads. They're like a mouse. Yeah. What Aaron is saying is true. They're a mutated gene. And so they're actually caused by a mutation in the gene. But they can only see shapes because they have photosensitivity. You actually have to look them up. But they can like wake up from a sleep and they can go into what we call a frenzy, and they can start snapping and biting at things because they actually can't clear their vision enough to see. They get sun blindness, they get sunburnt, they get all kinds of stuff. I mean, they have like a lot of health issues. They get cancers, they get tumors under the skin, all kinds of really bad stuff. I mean, AKC literally gave us a WZ on our AKC paper, so not to breed into those lines.
Or any breed.
That's not accurate, not at all.
Yeah.
You can mix anything you want to mix, and they can be great tempered dogs. So
Mhm.
that would not be accurate in
Okay.
any way. What I'm saying, I don't want anybody to take that out of context and think
Okay.
that I'm saying Rottweilers aren't stable.
No.
There's some
I said
badass
Rottweilers
in the
can be
world.
great as Rottweilers. Like
Great.
Rottweilers are great.
Even if you cross them in, there's going to be great cross dogs. Crossing a breed doesn't create a bad dog. Breeding an unstable dog. So maybe the Rottweilers that they chose to cross in were extremely unstable, and that's where it came from, or it was the Corsos. Hey!
This right
You
here,
guys hear that shit?
this right here is such a pivotal point that everybody needs to hear.
Yeah.
You probably had a package dropped off. Something.
I can't believe that we have dogs.
Let me
that-
go one second.
Watch this.
I'm always waiting for it to be one of mine.
Right. You got people to tell your dog, stop it.
Yeah.
He's gonna get mad.
Mine are sleeping off to the side, but I'm
So they're okay, yeah, maybe they're like a whitish red, blue. They're really weird. They're almost like ice. So yeah, I guess like a blue, but they're so faded out that you almost can't see color, and then they're like pink. I don't know. They're like really weird. I don't own any, and I wouldn't breed any. So the ones that I've only ever seen kind of look like ice. So they kind of have like a bluish, I guess, tint to them, but they're pink, like a rat. They kind of look like a rat. Of course, every time they're always taking pictures of them. I've never seen any in real life. And so you always see the red flash to the center pupil. You know what I mean? What I wanted to say about this, I'm just answering your question. Sorry, I wanted to do that. The point that I wanted to make about this, about Tony yelling up the stairs there, is for every motherfucker that says that Tony has to get on a golf cart and go drive a mile to his kennel. This right here is a pivotal point that proves all of that shit wrong. That he doesn't ever keep any of his dogs in his house, that he drives on a golf cart and drives to a mile. I've heard this story for oh so long. And this right here proves the point that Tony literally has dogs at his house. Lunistic. Okay. Okay, well, you know more than that. You know more than me. I know, right? I know. The stories that you hear about this man, I swear, right? And everybody's like, you need to go visit his kennel, because I'm telling you, I've heard so many people say, I visited his kennel and we had to get on a golf cart and drive a mile to his kennel, and it's like in this wooded area and all this shit. Right? So the fact that his dogs were barking and all he had to do was yell up the stairs and yell at them and tell them to shut up and all that stuff. Right. I mean, right. And I love this because it shows that his dogs are like, right there, just like everybody else's damn dogs, right? That he don't drive like a mile to some, and like, look, you can listen.
Yeah.
You probably had a package dropped off. Something.
I can't believe that we have dogs.
Let me
that-
go one second.
Yeah.
I'm always waiting for it to be one of mine.
Right. You got people to tell your dog,
Because-
stop it.
Yeah.
He's gonna
And
get mad.
Mine are
come on.
sleeping off to the side, but I'm always waiting for somebody to drop a package off and mine to wake up and
And so he yells at them and they shut up. And I love that. That is the most human thing for a dog person. you know? And I love that moment because you hear all these stories about, oh yeah, I went to his kennel and we had to get in this golf cart and drive like almost a mile. And he was like secluded in this wooded area and all this stuff. And I'm like, really? Like, that's so sucky. So he don't even see his own dogs. And everybody's like, oh no. I mean, I know this one lady, she told me, she's like, oh yeah, no, he has. There's like one lady that I know that I've known for a long time. She was like, oh no, he was like, he has like people that come clean up all his shit and whelp his puppies and do all this stuff. And he don't even see his dogs except to stack them. That's what literally I was told about him. And I'm like, I need to go visit him. So the last time I talked to him, I was like, I need to come visit your kennel. Because I hear so many stories and I'm only 40 minutes from him. So I'm like, I need to get the truth. And like, because there's so many stories. Right. And like prove all these people wrong, right?
Yeah.
I think my nephew came in the backyard to do the kennel.
Yeah.
That's 3 of them going off.
Yeah.
Right.
They're done.
So you're saying that that's not the effect you're talking about. You're just
Right,
talking,
yeah. I just didn't want anybody to think that it's because you crossed the Rottweiler and is where the unstable temperaments came from.
Mhm.
Whatever they crossed in, whether it was the Rottweiler side of it or the Corso side of it, that they had the half Corso or whatever they crossed the Rottweiler into a half Pitbull Neo, because that's the shit he used too. Some of them might not have any Corso in them at all, but those are the worst lines in the country. Because, and everybody knows, those are, Joe got some of that shit one time. Joe, you remember that shit you got one time?
Yeah.
Hear that story.
Say what?
And how was I able to tell you when you told me the pedigree? Tell
The
that
pedigree,
story
yeah,
one time with the white.
you told me everything it was doing. I had a guy coming at me for about that because I was listening to some videos on YouTube of a scholar.
I will say one thing. Tony does know pedigrees. He does know the temperament of a dog. If you're saying I got it from this person, he will tell you everything that you need to know about your dog without even looking at it. He does know that.
And then he mad at me right now, but then he lied and said, well, you didn't give him a chance to give your money back. That's what he said about the breeder. Who you know that ain't gonna take $3,500 back?
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yes.
Right. I couldn't give him a chance because he was borrowing money from me, brother.
Right. Yeah, you were never getting nothing
The
back.
breeder you talking about?
I love this story from Joe. Like, sorry, let me get my money back from you that I'm from myself. Like, I need to get my money back from the guy I gave the money for the puppy that's borrowing money off of me. So I need to get my own money back twice.
I was borrowing money from me, so why would I ask for my money back?
And that's how some of them guys are. A lot of those guys, and even the women that do that shit,
Yeah.
they'll do that. You'll find a client that they feel got a little bit of money, and oh, you know what, I'm a little bit hurt. Can you help me out? I gotta feed dog food. Anybody that's breeding that's got to do that shit.
Even Tony, even when I was going to pick the pup up, the week of,
right?
I know you got to pay for the ears, but I don't think ears should cost $1,000.
No. At max $250 at max, and that's ridiculous. I got a really good vet that does this for like $195.
He was paying $165.
Yeah,
making 900 and something on the backside of that.
So you pay him your $3,500, and then the week to pick up the pup, hey, it's gonna be an extra $1,000.
And just do that at the end. Didn't tell you up front.
Yeah,
do it at the end, right?
Yeah.
That is so nuts that people throw in, like, you should have the entire price up front. I don't understand these people getting nickel and diming everybody to death for every little thing. And then you come to pick the puppy up and, oh, by the way, it's something else. Like, these people are nuts.
Yeah,
you're 3,500 in. You got to give up the other 1,100.
Right. Well, not me.
Right. Oh, you told him it ain't happening.
No, that ain't gonna happen. But this
scamming you.
games are.
You know how many other people he scammed with that same trick, that same
They've been getting
bullshit?
people for years. Yeah, they've been getting people
Con
for
artists,
years.
man.
And that-
Unfortunately, a lot of con artists out there, man.
That's something I want to speak on because you was talking about your kennel, and I always tell everybody.
I'd be throat punching somebody. Joe is a really nice guy. That's the thing. He is a really nice guy.
When I first bought a dog from you, it wasn't too long after I hear a guy on YouTube talking about Tony Scandy's kennel's 10 miles up the road. He don't even just, you know, and all that stuff. I'm like, so, you know, now that times are changing, guys, go to the source.
Right,
They're
right.
always gonna, I mean, they're always gonna try to find something
Right.
To twist. It might even get personal the way
Right,
you look in the mastiff world. The mastiff world is crazy.
Right, right. No doubt.
Really wrong with some a lot of these people. They ain't got nothing to do with something. But yeah, they strange, bro.
Right, right. Ain't no doubt.
You know, I cover a lot of dogs, bro, and the mastiff people, it's all.
That's a fact. The Corso people are just it's a breed I just don't understand them. I honestly don't. Right.
Always, I gotta get you. I gotta get you. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, are we mastiff people?
We mastiff people.
Okay.
Y'all just in the right lane, man.
No,
Tony.
maybe we can change a little bit of stuff over
Yeah,
here in this lane.
that's what I was speaking on. Times are changing since Tony is coming up. A lot of people that's involved in this breed are still alive. It's not like different breeds. Go to the source.
Right.
And some of this internet stuff, I call it the matrix. It's a big game.
Right,
Yep.
right.
It's a money game. A lot of them are pockets are affected, being that real breeders are now sitting down in front of y'all and y'all
Right.
learning stuff you never
That's right.
thought before. So I mean,
Oh, I agree. I think the best thing those girls ever did was get Tony to come on a podcast. Because people didn't know Tony. I mean, they knew Tony, but they knew Tony from preservation. Like 3 a.m. yelling at Jen Messer for drinking wine. I mean, if we want to be honest, that's what people knew was that Tony. This Tony is a different Tony. Like this Tony, this is the best Tony. This right here. This is the best Tony. See a lot of pitbulls destroying another breed. Next being banned. Yep. No, it's same here. It's the same here.
I appreciate it, Tony.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Joe, just so you know, like I'm so glad you all got me to come and do this. And here's the thing. I'm not coming down on all those breeders to try to hurt them.
That's right.
I'm coming down to try to better the breed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if they don't change their programs, they're going to be ass out. They're going to have to hit the road because too much exposure is being told now about all these bullshit stories about this unstable shit is.
I don't know that I don't think that Tony could do that to Alcor, you know, to Serafina. Usual suspects. I don't think that, I mean, do you think that Tony, I mean, because so Derek and Terry are the one that's pushing for the new standard changes. I mean, they're the two main people behind it. There's others that are following them. But I don't think that he could get Derek and Terry to close down their kennel. They've been around for way too long. You figure Derek's been in it since 92. And Terry's been in it since 2009, 8, 2000, maybe 2005, maybe. Somewhere in there. I don't think he could get them to close down their kennel.
Acceptable. Oh yeah, they're supposed to be shy and timid. It's a protection dog. It ain't supposed to be shy and timid.
Yeah.
There were so many lies being told by so many people out.
I mean, I know that Terry, I mean, they both live off their dogs. That would be a hard.
Out there,
That'd be
breeders
hard.
big and small, telling these people lies and like justifying the unstable shit. They're going to have to step up their programs, and a lot of them, unfortunately, probably going to need to get rid of 90%, maybe 100% of their whole entire breeding program, because they don't have a quality dog that should be bred on temperament alone, let alone looks of that Rottweiler shit and the pit bull shit. You know what I mean? There's just so much garbage out there. It's unreal. And just like anything, unfortunately, you know, these people are out there breeding them and they're trying to breed them and sell them like pancakes that they couldn't cook a pancake. They don't know nothing about the recipe to make a good pancake.
Yeah.
But that's how they're selling them. I mean, mass producing like you couldn't imagine.
And Joe, you're saying it's like almost like you can avoid the game of telephone at this point in day and age. You don't have to here, and you know, and come down. Like you can access Tony right
it's
now.
dangerous now for them because I used to have these conversations with people 5 and 6 times a day, taking 5 and 6 hours of time out of my child's lives, and I'm all about my kids.
Canine, they were always farm livestock dogs. They will always be. To true preservation breeders, they will always be farm livestock dogs because that's the true essence of a Corso. The guard dog, I mean, they can guard, but they're not. They're just a farm dog. That's their history. There's burning buckets of oil on their back that AKC now has on their damn website. All this bullshit. That's the myth to sell them. Right. It's a scam to sell them. I mean, like what David wants to do, you know, all this crazy shit of making them this thing that they're not. Can they guard? Sure, because they guard flock, they guard farms, they guard all the things that they're supposed to do. They're an all-around dog. They were a landrace breed. But they're a farm livestock dog. It's what they were meant for. They're a poor man farmer's dog. And that is the essence of them. This whole protection thing. I mean, their instinct is to protect their farm, their family, their livestock. That's, I mean, but are they like an IPG, you know, Schutzen dog? I mean, is there outliers for that? Sure, but there's outliers in everything. But is that what everybody's making? No. Go get a Malinois. Go get a Dutch Shepherd. Go get a German Shepherd.
That's where my time goes, period. And my dog. So this has enabled me. I don't have to sit on the phone and talk to 5 people. Click send, click send.
Yeah,
And you know
right.
what? And I want people to click and send this all over the world. I got people from other countries contacting me about different issues that they're having, and I'm helping people from different countries, and figuring stuff out. I mean, there's other lines from other countries too that I do know that are serious temperament issues, and that's what I'm more getting, not on any other issues from other countries, temperament issues,
Yeah.
So let me see the pedigree. And
See, I think that's another reason too. I think, like what you were saying, I think that people also trying to make them these aggressive guard dogs, these aggressive IPG or working dogs or whatever, is also turning these temperaments crazy, turning them more aggressive, more uncontrollable, breeding in things that we don't need, adding in lines from other breeds that we don't need, and making them unstable. These were farm animals that loved their family, loved their stock, loved and cared for, and read the history of what they were. And now we're making them unstable. Why are we making them unstable? So that they can what? Attack and kill people? Because listen to the rhetoric that goes around in all of these forms and all of these, everybody wants to kill everybody. Or everybody wants their dog to kill everybody. Instead of the wholesome stories that the Italian people used to tell about these dogs. You didn't hear them going, oh my God, they killed everybody. Why would they want them to kill everybody? Right. I mean, even if you took the myth of them, right, and said that they were gladiator dogs, could you imagine gladiator dogs killing everybody? Right. Could you imagine gladiator dogs killing everybody? How would you travel from place to place if the dog was so aggressive that it wanted to kill everybody it rode with? If it was not friendly to everybody it was riding with. I mean, none of these thought processes. But none of these thought processes even make sense. Hey, can you get me some ice? But none of these thought processes even make sense when you think about how much they want their dogs to kill people, but yet still love the myth of they were gladiator dogs and did all this stuff and, killed all these people. Well, then they would also kill everybody that was with them if they were all these tough dogs. And didn't let anybody touch them, didn't let anybody be around them except their person. I mean, I couldn't imagine running with packs of dogs that just wanted to kill everybody.
See the Temperament, yeah, we seen that come in. It was terrible. It was unstable. So it's not just, when I say unstable, it's not just in the US. There's a lot of unstable shit in Russia, Italy. They're all sending garbage over here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Some good dogs sometimes. There's some good breeders, but you got just as many horrible breeders in these other countries that you do in America.
Right.
There's puppy millers everywhere. It's everybody trying to make a dollar. So exposing stuff like this, and I mean, I love it when people get exposed. This will help people. I got more people reaching out to me, contacting me with those unstable dogs. Hey, you know what, man? After I watch your podcast, I'm learning that my breeder was full of shit. My breeder's telling me that this is all totally normal, and then they're blaming their clients. Well, it's how you raised it. They're telling me it's how I raised it. My dog's getting raised incredible, they said. I'm like, ain't nothing to do with you. Send me the pedigree. Just had a guy reach out yesterday. He got a female acting unstable and stuff. Said, yeah, some of your lines. I said, well, listen, just because some of my lines doesn't mean it's not possible.
Right.
But that would have to be some really old shit. I said, send me the pedigree. Sends me the pedigree. top size. It looks great. You know what I mean? Some really good stuff. My buddy Virgil's dog Draco and some Tamino and stuff. This is all great temperament. I get down to the bottom side. I'm like, oh, there's your problem. It's the same shit you had, Joe. The same shit you had in that same group of people, all over the place in the bottom.
Right.
And nice guy. He's like, well, yeah, I was going to try to consider breeding it, and hopefully I could breed it to a mentally stable male. And I'm like, man, listen, your dog's 7 months old, and it's already acting, the wrong way. And I'm explaining to him, I said, that's going to get worse and worse month by month.
Yep.
It's not going to fix. It's in those genetics. And just so you understand, like someone like myself.
Yeah, and if it was acting that bad at 7 months old, by the time it goes through that 15 to 18-month-old, weird stage that Corsos go through, it would have been a terror. Yeah, thanks for the ice. That's crazy. Crazy.
You can call me and after me 3 times my stud service, I won't breed to that dog. And and somebody would wonder why. Why? Because my dogs, some people might think mine are miracle workers and they can fix everything, but they're not, they're not Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ can fix everything, you know what I mean? God can fix everything. My dogs, as much as I love to say they can fix everything, it ain't going to fix those unstable temperaments because the bottom side of that is still there. It's not going away. Right. We're not washing that out with my stud dog. So would I accept 3 times the amount of my stud service? If I was greedy, absolutely, I'd take 3 times. You can't pay me 4 times. I'm not taking 20 grand because my name is going to be attached to the shit that comes out of that. And when one of those dogs bites a child or unstable and attacks an adult,
yeah, he'll be blamed for it. The male's always blamed for whatever reason. People always want to blame the male, the sire. But it's good that he won't breed to crazy. It's good that he does ethics.
I don't want my dog's name on that. I just don't want it there. And that stuff, we know what they are. When you showed me the pedigree, Joe, I told you exactly how your dog was acting. To the point, what'd your wife say? Want to know if I had a hidden camera in your house? Looking around and he's scared. Does he got a camera in here? How did you know this shit?
Right.
You never told me nothing. All you told me was the pedigree.
So and that's how you created the Scandifio difference, is because of that standard. And and sometime we'll have a whole episode just on the breeding stuff because we get those questions all the time too.
Right.
That's why you're here, is to help the breed and help the breeders and the
I think that would be a good episode. I would love to know what he chooses, why he chooses, and how he decides what to keep.
I mean, and the people that have not great ones on their yard is to help them change that.
This is great for old people that've been in it for a long time, even because a lot of the older people that have been in it have been misled by some of these same select corrupt breeders have misled them, misinformed them and claimed that they were the Bible, and they're selling them a fake Bible. It's a Bible that's fake.
Right.
It's fake to what the shit they got on their yard, and it's fake to the temperaments, and it's fake saying that, oh, this is normal, it's normal. It is normal in their yard. It's totally normal.
Yeah.
But what's not normal is they got a whole yard full of unstable shit.
Right.
And here's one thing I'm going to say about you, just as a close personal friend of yours, but I do a lot of work with you. For the audience, you'll put the target on your back to save the breed.
Right.
You're not here to make friends at the cost of the dog, or to fill your money or your pockets with money.
What?
The cost of the dog. You are in it for the breed. That's why
that phone call happened. Because Tony don't want to see certain things happen to this breed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Hey, I want to say one more thing.
Yeah.
Because people will be saying stuff like, you guys hide your history so much about the dog. The history is not hidden. A lot of times you just got to do your homework. We got books on it. I was going to show, I got a couple over here, but it's a new one that's a better read than the other two. But get down in some of those Facebook Facebook groups, like the preservation group. Man, a lot of times when I'm looking for questions,
You can't get in the preservation. Jeff Hall won't allow you. He kicks you out if you say anything against him. Trust me, I've been kicked out. Because Jeff Hall's a joke.
I just type in the search bar in that group and I see all this commentary from years ago, a lot of education in those Facebook groups. You just got
in the preservation. Yeah. A lot of real education in the preservation group.
Yeah, it sure is.
How much of that once in a while you click on is my stuff.
Yeah, you always there.
Right. Because that's where I would use.
Oh my God, I love you. You're so funny. Right. It's not hidden. It's just what part you want to believe.
To try to help people through that. This is way better. This is reaching everybody.
Yeah.
That reached a lot of people, but if you're not a member of that group, it didn't reach you. So this is even more powerful than that.
And not everybody's on Facebook.
Not everybody's on it. Not everybody's in that group, you know.
Yeah.
But that was the most educational group, Joe, because anything that was on there that was bullshit and twisted lies and stuff, that shit got taken off because they didn't tolerate that.
Or it got cut up. Ooh.
Yeah, facts. That's it. Yeah, there used to be an old board before that called the purple board. It was dangerous, man. It was ruthless.
Yeah.
It was.
The problem is on preservation, you also can't ask questions. I asked a question one time, and then I was told, why am I asking that question? And I said, because I wanted to know where he was going with that bitch and what he thought a dog would bring to the table for that bitch. And I was told I wasn't allowed to ask that question. And I got reamed for asking that question. I thought it was a pertinent question because everybody thought that she was so fabulous.
Danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, my honest opinion. So let me see. I just want to make sure I covered everything on the little list I had. Talk about like, here's the thing. Like when people are getting that stuff and they're getting them straws and they're buying them black and tan, they're being scammed. Just people understand that when you buy that shit, you're being scammed by scammers. Yep. And you might be a scammer too. So if you want to be a scammer, buy some of that straw shit, breed it too. You'll be a scammer just like the scammer you bought it from. Same with the black and tan. If that's the type of person you are, because here's the deal. No matter what anybody knows or feels, there's going to be a lot of innocent victims that get bought into that shit. But once they start to study a little bit outside, they're going to realize, I got scammed. I got scammed for 10 grand. I got scammed for 6 grand.
I can't believe how much those straw puppies go for. To me, that is such ridiculous. The straw puppies are just, it's asinine how much those puppies go for. And it's mutts. There's no way that there's still straw puppy genetics.
You shouldn't pay $800 to $600 for that shit because it's just a family.
You shouldn't pay anything. It's a mutt.
Pet that should never be sold with breeding rights. But that person found an avenue, and those people know that nobody else with education like myself, none of you guys, no breeders that I know, no breeders I know in the world are going to breed some straw shit. We're going to get rid of it for $500, $800. It was in the breed way back.
Why $500 or $800? It's a mutt. You're killing me. I have to show you a video after this. This is so funny. You're killing me. You're going to love it. This is almost over.
It was in the breed only because the Marlboro Bruzy got crossed with some Corsos out on a countryside in Italy somewhere. That's where it came from.
Yeah.
Now, here's the catch. Now, what I've been told recently, some of these people in the United States doing it, watch some of the people in the United States, look at their straws. A lot of them are more of that. And most of the straws have a lighter color. Some of them are almost like getting more towards a tan, look just like a Labrador Retriever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
People are flying a Retriever in to get that color now.
Mhm.
If you look at some of the stuff, you could see it. You
Yeah.
could see it in their head type and everything. And what better breed to cross in to get that color to keep it going? Cross one in with those straw dogs.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you're going to continue a line or whatever. It's terrible. Same with the Rottweilers.
Yeah.
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 The best thing that for people to do, Tony, you've already said it a few times, but loud and clear as we sort of wrap this up. The
Right.
best thing for people who are watching this to do to help the breed, to continue to better the breed is what?
What's that to help
Okay,
people?
what can they do?
Oh, expose this.
do?
Just share it all over the country. Expose it. Get it to everybody.
I think
Just
we're
share.
All dogs.
To,
Because it's
to
gonna
make to make
educate
movement into the CCAA,
Yeah.
so it stops the standard change.
you. You
Just-
got to share it with all those people. You gotta
Maybe.
share it
Put
with
some
all-
pressure on them.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
got to
You know?
and put
You're right.
pressure on. Share it with all their. I want every one of their board of directors to see this. Every
Yeah.
one of them. Every one
Yeah.
of them in their little personal, not even just board of directors. Everybody in committees. I want them to see this. Just let's
Yeah.
make
So that's
sure.
real
And trust
simple.
me when I tell you, they're all watching it anyway. We don't got to
Mhm.
share it. They're all
Well,
watching.
it's really simple though, and it doesn't cost a dime.
Every one of them's watching it.
Literally, just share it.
Yep.
Yeah. So a couple more things. So again, we said this just people are getting scammed on the straw and the black and tan, just scammed.
Mhm. Mhm.
Satili's original standard that they're talking about, oh, it should be the original standard. It wasn't the original standard. It was a piece of paper and a pen, and one gentleman who crossed a bunch of shit into a breed sitting here like this.
Who
That's
had
it.
some influence at
Oh,
the
now here
time.
we have the standard.
Mhm.
Now
Mhm.
you had the standard.
Mhm.
All right, so the colors, we got that, and they're victims. Those people are victims. Make sure everybody keeps making sure people know you're victims. And I feel bad for the people that are victims. Um, it's only for profit. They're not doing this trying to implement that into the standard for a positive thing for the breed. It's merely for profit. That's all it's about. There's not in the breed's best interest in any way, shape, or form. It's all bullshit. What they're explaining, it's all for their personal self gain and pocket, and that's it. To make garbage valuable to other people. And unfortunately, when you get that shit, if you believe into it's valuable, it's going to have a messed up temperament anyway, 90% of the time.
Mhm.
Let's see here. So the other thing too that we talk about is, myself and Shauna, we agreed. We agreed on a lot. How good was that conversation? You guys all sat on it.
Man, it was actually an awesome conversation.
Awesome
and
conversation.
a lot of people. There was some stuff said. I was like, wow, you know what I mean? I would
Right.
never repeat it, but
Right,
was,
right.
it was an epic conversation. And I
Absolutely.
really enjoyed hearing it.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. You got to, man. It's history and it's reality. Everything was legit, and like we said, hey, listen, we're not going to talk about some of this other stuff.
Mhm.
We're going to talk about this extremely, extremely pertinent information that we both vehemently.
I'm not sure why they think it's from labs either. That's how all standards start, though. Right. I mean, I'm not sure why they think it's from labs either. I would think it's more Dogo, but also back in the day, it was Marum. It starts with an M, but it's basically sheepdog over in Italy. That's how they got their color, because they crossbred when they were out in the field. And that's how they got straw dogs. Did he? Oh, he did. Because he does talk about having a straw, but then he got rid of it. But the thing is, Tony doesn't like white on any of his dogs. Like, I mean, he doesn't keep any dogs that have white. He does like minimal white, from what I understand.
Are against, and the rest of the world should be the same way. She doesn't want to look like the laughing stock of
No,
America.
she don't.
She's in the club.
But
I don't want to look like the Livestock of America
I don't
or the
know.
world because I'm in America. Don't want to
I
look like
think
that.
he said he
All
had
right. One other thing.
back in the day.
I talked about the worldwide, they're laughing stock. I just want to make sure I got it.
Mhm. I think you covered everything.
The standard, like to me, should be an FCI standard adopted worldwide. And it could be tweaked. There's some little mistakes in that.
Oh no,
But
they literally were in the foundation. I mean, they were in the foundation over in Italy. But the recreation of them, they were not used. And even FCI says that they're not allowed. It's a DQ. So they don't breed for them. And that was years, like decades ago. So if people aren't breeding for them, they shouldn't be popping up all of a sudden now. Do you see what I'm saying? So decades later, you shouldn't have the gene be popping up like it is so prevalent now. Not if you're not breeding for it anymore. I mean, you have to, not if you bred it out of the gene pool. It has to be in there somewhere. It's no different than Dobermans way back had brindle in them. But you don't have brindle popping in the Dobermans anymore. I mean, you don't have a Doberman that's brindle.
breed. Worldwide should be the same standard worldwide. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
just my opinion.
Mhm.
I think it would fix a lot of stuff. But yeah, I mean, we're only 46 minutes in. We don't have to make this a big hour conversation.
Yep.
You know,
Nope. I
we
think
covered it all.
we
Short,
got all of
sweet.
our points across. I think that this will be a real easy episode for people to share. Everybody listening, whether they like you or not, like Whitney said, you're not here to make friends. You're here to better the breed and to
And I like black brindles too. I like blacks. I think Formantinos are cute, but they get too washed out.
to unite even enemies together to save the breed standard.
Yeah.
Because
If people
it
love the
matters.
breed,
Mhm.
if you really love the breed, you're going to agree 100%
Yep.
with me.
Share the
If you're a
episode.
con artist and a scammer, you're going to not like me. I don't really
Mhm.
give a shit because I'm
Yep.
going to name you guys soon.
Yeah.
You don't want to be liked by them anyway.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want to be liked by you.
Yeah.
Not my type of friend. Can't sit at my
Yeah.
table.
Yeah.
Like
Joe,
I told
did you
Joe
have
the other
anything
day.
else?
Well,
Like I
all thing I
told Joe
want
the
to
other
say.
day.
I'm sorry, Tony.
Remember what I said the other day, Joe? If you can't sit at my table and sit at my dinner table, I don't want you around me anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
And all my people and all the people that I associate with, they can sit at my table at my dinner
That's right.
in my house.
And
Yeah.
one thing else I would like to say with Tony and Shauna having that conversation, and with the history they have, when it's about the breed, we can stop that fighting.
Yep.
Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition for a minute.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got it.
I think it's really awesome that they talked.
You got it. So, Whitney, did you have anything else?
Nope. I think
No?
it was a great conversation. Really helpful.
I think it's going to be easy to share. I think we all love the breed. I think that's
Wow. Yeah. I think so too. And I think Tony was his best. I think this was a really good panel for him. And I think he was bluntly honest and very authentic. Like there were some key points that were just perfect for him. Yes, right? That's why I said this is the Tony that I love. This is the Tony that is like really good. I wish he did more of this.
What we're here for. Tony, thank you for sharing all the information as always.
You got it. And let me end it. Do not vote to pass those standard changes.
Yes.
None of them, because those are included.
Yep,
Do
that's the
not
whole
vote
point.
to pass those standard changes. Whatever you got to.
Oops. Me too. I ask a lot of questions and I'm brutally honest. So when I ask questions, like the other day, people took offense to it. And I'm like, but you're allowed to ask questions. When did it become rude or an attack to ask questions? And people don't like that. Apparently, you're attacking someone when you're asking questions and showing proof of certain things, and people that like someone take offense to that. And I'm like, but you're allowed to ask questions. When did it become not okay to ask questions?
Do make it known.
Yep. I will share the episode, the color episode. We did a whole episode. In fact, it's one of our top episodes that's been watched and shared over and over and over again. It was very to the point also, and it's really cut and dry. So go ahead, share this, like, subscribe, so you guys can see more episodes that come on. If you are on Facebook, you also can join our Facebook group. It's not for selling puppies.
Same. A lot of people don't like me for that reason. Right? And that's what I said, it's just, I don't know, it's brutal honesty and just, when we can't question things, or when everybody has to have kid gloves on to talk to people, what is the point of even having a conversation anymore?
Puppies. It is for.
Yeah, that's in the bad one.
Come on over.
Yeah.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow Joe's show as well if you have not.
Yes, I think you should go follow Joe's show. Definitely. NWA Connie Corsos. He is definitely awesome. Okay, so now I want to show you something that I found absolutely hilarious. Let's see if I can find it now. This guy.
Well. This is our first time ever going on somebody else's podcast in person. They got a hell of a setup. Shout out to Tony Henderson. He invited us.
Hang on. He registered them as pit bulls. They were mutts. Exactly. And see, that's kind of how I feel about everybody selling open registration, everybody or full registration. everybody just breeding to whatever standard or making their own standard. Everybody's now doing, well, it's, American Corso. It's this. Oh, it's okay. I don't care. I can read spelling errors. It's okay. No big deal. I got what you were saying. But that's the thing that everybody keeps doing all this thing. Well, I'm breeding this, I'm breeding that. I like this, I like that. I'm breeding Merls, I'm breeding black and tans, I'm breeding, pinned undercoats, I'm breeding, all this crazy shit. And I'm selling with full registration on all my puppies. I'm doing all this shit. And I'm like, well, then what the hell is the point on having a standard? What the hell is the point on having full or limited registration? What is the point on doing any of the things then? We don't need a standard. We don't need an AKC registration. We don't need anything. Just breed dogs and breed them whatever. And if you're doing there's this thing out there now, we're doing 3 breedings to, Corso, and then 1 to a full outcross to another breed, which I consider outbreeding. Then you take a puppy from that, and then you breed it to, 3 Corsos, but you register that outcross as a Corso. And I'm like, what? It's mix. You're still breeding band dogs. And I'm like, but people don't know because they don't look like Corsos. Because people don't know what a Corso looks like. They don't know what the standard is. They don't know what the colors are. They don't know anything. And then you have people that are breeding 7 Mastiffs and creating their own breed and doing this and doing that. And they're using Corso to do this. And why do we even have standards? Well, I want this breed. I want that breed. Do you know how long it takes to make a breed? It's like 40 years minimum. And for what? What purpose are you making a breed? Like, there's a guy making a breed, and he just wants it to be an estate guardian. Okay, so you mean like a Neo? Like I know. Yes. And right, to save the breed. To what? He's not going to save the breed, first of all. Second of all, they already talked about it. First of all, no Doberman person would open the books. The Doberman books have not ever been opened. And the only thing that we could ever even think to open it to was Weimaraner. And they even said we wouldn't risk it. So he's stupid because no one would ever buy from him. And he's an idiot, but that's what I'm going to show you. But anyway, what did you say? I sold my knocked out of the dog world. Right. Well, that's the thing. I mean, that's what I said about, when I did that thing on Sensitelba. She has a straw. Everybody bitches about everybody having straws. She buys one and makes all this whole big thing about, oh, well, they can't have this and do that, blah, blah, blah. Except, she gave the wrong information on why they can't have masks. Like Reds and Fawns can't even produce masks. Really? That's weird, because Bull Mastiffs can. Guess that's a fallacy. I don't know. I get so upset about all this shit. And I'm not even a breeder anymore. I know. Reds and Fawn dogs can't produce black mask. And that's why the Corso breed is so wrong. the standard's wrong in itself because Reds and Fawns can't even produce a black mask. And I'm like, well, I don't know. Maybe if they were breeding EMDM, they could. Maybe you're just not breeding EMDM. Maybe you're just breeding EE to E or E to E, E/E. But I don't know. I just wish people knew genetic wise what they were breeding before they talked. I mean, even if you were breeding EM/E, 50% of your litter would have a mask. And it just, but you know, people put information out there and then people believe it. And so they just think, your dog's litter. That's impossible. It's totally impossible. Well, that's the thing. It's like, you know, I mean, well, it's no different in Dobermans, right? And I know I talk about Dobermans a lot, but I've bred them for so long. And people are like, oh, the rare blue color. No, it's not rare. It's just breeders know not to breed for it. If I breed a number 1 black to a number 2 red or whatever, a number 2 black, I'm not going to produce blues and fawns. I'm going to produce blacks and reds. I mean, that's just genetically how I'm going to do it because I test prior to breeding. You know, my male can't produce anything because he's a number 1 black. He can produce, he's only going to produce in that litter only black puppies. He's a number 1 black. That's all he can ever produce is black puppies. So even if I bred him to a blue, if my number 1 black male, and I bred him to a blue bitch, he would only produce black puppies with her. Now, those puppies in that litter can produce all the colors if she can produce the colors. But the litter, the whole litter is only going to be black. That's it. Because he can only produce black. And people are like, what? And I'm like, yeah, you just have to test your dogs. And then you know what they're going to produce. That way I don't ever produce dilute colors because I just don't want the skin colors. I don't want the skin issues. You know, blues and fawns or Isabellas, they have alopecia problems and all kinds of stuff. I mean, you play such hell keeping coats on those dogs. So I don't want to pass the buck. I don't want to keep it myself and I don't want to pass the buck on to my puppy buyers. So I just didn't do it. I just only produced blacks and reds, you know, and I didn't, you know, I made sure not to do the, I made sure the intensity on my reds were dark so that I produced dark reds and didn't have any recessive reds. So, you know, right. 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 And so that way I always, you know, I always had dark reds and I had, you know, dark blacks. And that way I didn't have any recessive colors that would keep them from producing darker colors. And I didn't have any coat issues. I just don't like coat issues. And I don't want to pass it on to puppy buyers. And the more you breed for those, the more you have them, the more you breed for them, the more you keep it dominant in your lines. Anyway, it becomes a whole thing, and then people are just like, "Oh my God, I didn't know." And this is what's crazy too. You know, this is what's crazy too, is most people think that you can't work on more than one thing at a time. Like if you're doing health, you can't do color. if you're in genetics or, health genetics, then you can't do all these things at once when you're doing everything. They are. This is absolute truth. Red Dobermans are the clowns of Dobermans. They are. They're fun. They have such this hilarious personality. I've never met a red that wasn't just wanted to be the clown. They just wanted to have fun. Fun to train. Fun to just have in the house and just be goofy all the time. Not like goofy, like dumb goofy, but they just want to have fun and be silly. Make you laugh. They love to make you laugh. So, but this is the thing, is that people think that, well, I'm working on color this time, so I can't work on health. I can't work on structure. I can't work on, color. I can't do whatever. It's like they can only work on their mindsets, like one thing. And I'm like, you can do more than one. It's not like you're limited. Excuse me. You can look at the entire pedigree and make sure you're working on multiple things and bringing in multiple things. It baffles me that people just look at, well, not worried about color, there's more important things to worry about, or I'm not worried about, structure. I'm working on health right now. They can go together. I'm just baffled by the way that people think and breed. And I'm like, they kind of tie together, but people don't think the way I think, I guess. They never think. Nobody ever adds in longevity. I've never heard, especially in this breed, in Corsos, it's very rare that you ever hear anybody say anything about longevity. Nobody's ever looking to the future for their dog. There's never, well, if I can get 15 years, there's never any years into the dog on how longevity of these dogs. Never. Give you breeding rights. Now, Dobermans are hard. There used to be a saying back in the day that Doberman people will eat their own. They'll eat their young. We're so mean that we'd really eat our own or eat our young. So mean we are. That is good. Yeah. My lines consistently were 12 to 14 years. I had really good lines. You do. You absolutely do. Okay, let's watch this, because this to me, I don't understand how anyone can breed these dogs. This to me is wild. This just makes me laugh, but it makes me sad for the dogs. But this whole thing is like mind-blowing.
To come on to his show, and I said, why not bring the whole production team, which is me, Miles, I, and myself, and Mr. Myers, Frame Banger, just two of us. I thought it was kind of cool. They got multiple cameras set up. They talk about dogs, which that's a common denominator for us. And we're in Dallas, Texas. And so the name of the podcast, guys, the Bully Spitting Podcast. And I like their content. It's about 4 or 5 of them on a panel. They all have different views. It's laid back. We're just talking dogs, man.
See, I think so too. The comments after this, I'm gonna read the comments. They are wild. I can't support him either. I'm telling you. Oh my God. Oh, there was a clip. I'm going to show it to you after this. There's a clip, and it's of David. And I'm like, he thinks his dog is working. I'm going to show it to you afterwards. But yeah. He used to be. He's an ex-cop.
Grab a cup of Joe and let's go. Get a Monster drink, 0 sugar. I need some energy. I'm getting orange. What do you want?
Yeah, Gerald used to be an ex-cop.
I will say that I've never really liked sour candy, but shout out.
I said that wrong. He used to be an ex-cop. He is an ex-cop. I can smell it.
To my wife, she turned me on to the Sour Patches, but not only just the regular Sour Patches, because I'm black, I gotta have a watermelon flavor. Watermelon, good to the ride. I speak a little bit of Hindi because I lived in Fremont, California. When I would go to 7-Eleven, they always say, "Chico con blinko. Do you want a Slurpee?" But I'm gonna say, "Hey, ki hale." He's supposed to say, "Chike." Right? And then when I get my stuff, I say, "Shukriya." Yeah, that's right. Thank you. See, I know something. I know some stuff. Oh,
He is just too much. Like, literally. I mean, honestly.
what's that, baby? Hey, man, I thought you were shorter. Damn, man.
Happy to have you, man. You know what
I
I'm
know,
saying?
man. And we missed each other out in
New Orleans.
yeah.
That's so important, man. It sounds good, man. You know, we here now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, we here for this podcast too.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
check out some dogs, man.
I got you, dog. Definitely gonna open up the garage. You know?
Got some killers in here, boy. That's El Toro.
El Toro, like the blood that we're working with. We got some bait inside of there. We got Taz, Loco Lotto, Devil Spit. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of different, lot of combos that we're gonna put together. The zoo, it's a lot of different mixes though. You know what I'm saying? So it's probably we've been worked over like I want to say it's in about 2014, 2015. So this is, you know what I'm saying, what we consider the micro bull. You know what I'm saying?
Is it like is this pocket?
Nah. This is
smaller.
Nah, they bigger.
Watch these dogs.
Yeah, they sit about 16, 17 inches. You know what I'm saying? These dogs here, they under about 11 to 12 on the wheeler, you know what I'm saying? So, but you know, like I say,
They used to be in stacked, ain't they?
yeah. We breed them for show, you know what I'm saying? To stack.
So when you guys breed them, are you guys obviously you guys are doing AI, TCI.
TCI surgical. You know what I'm saying?
Look at
His turn. Woo, look at him.
Oh, that's Bambi.
What color is that?
Just
Chocolate.
dark chocolate, you know what I'm saying? Her mama was named Truffle because of the color tone. And
I love that color.
yeah. So, she ain't like the other one. She a little bit more timid. She trying to see what's going on. So
No, what do you say?
Timid. It looks like a bat. Look at them. Right? And I have a friend that is a bully breeder, not a micro bully breeder or exotic. These are supposed to be exotics. And I was like, what the fuck are these? I sent this to her and she was like, oh my God. Oh no, it's okay. I swear on the thing. What are you talking about? I don't give a fuck. Oh, I do too. Because the comments on this, people were like mad at him.
The exotic don't mean deformed.
Oh, he say exotic
But look at the nares. Look how close the nares are.
don't mean dysfunctional. He say exotic mean different.
I like this one too. Now, are they related?
Oh yeah, they definitely related. These half brothers, half sisters, had what you would consider half cousins. No different mom, different sire, but same dad on the bottom.
But I want to know why they're so afraid.
Side or grandparent. So this is my boy. He's 6 months today.
He's a baby.
Yeah.
Right. Oh no, he does a ton of inbreeding. If you listen to how many times he talks about inbreeding.
Young buck, man, you know what I'm saying? That's why he still want to play. He trying to.
And that's his his mama?
No.
Half sister.
His half sister. The one, the dark chocolate one is his half sister. The other one is his cousin. You know what I'm saying? The mama was the one that carried his color. You know what I'm saying? This dark chocolate, which I call the truffle. Now, what I want you to do, I want you to feel them though, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's how massive it is, you know what I'm saying? Like,
How's that feel?
Feels great, like I'm holding a baby, a hairy baby.
The bosses and the little junk with me just.
Yeah. Look at that.
Great weight.
I love the color though. I mean, God, to me.
Yeah, that's a nice color.
I mean, not much spots on his chest, you know, not at all. Look at that. So you say you're getting the ears done when?
Yeah. Probably about a week or so. Just getting enough.
Right. And then we're going to put him under to get his ears done.
Enough in time for the show.
So you can get the ears done like at any time because they're doing battle crop, right?
Not necessarily battle crop, you know, probably about
real short crop.
Yeah, but a short crop for sure.
How about the tail?
no touch of the tail. The tail is like.
Watch him move. This is the part that I absolutely hate. So I'm glad that it cuts off here.
The and one in the exotic world, you know what I'm saying? Some people, they get it right after 6 weeks, but me, I prefer to wait till the head give me the right proportion that I want, because sometimes they say they grow into it, but if you get the crop too early, it'll look uneven or the ears won't turn up like you want them to. So that's just.
How did you pick him out of all the litters? Was it a big litter? It wasn't a big litter.
It was a litter of 4.
That's large.
Depend on the dog. Like my girls, they can throw 6.
Right. And it can't even move. It's horrible. And this is all for money. And so what my friend said that breeds bullies is these are supposed to be just companion dogs. And they sell for $10,000 to $30,000.
They throw 6 to 8. You know what I'm saying? Some people breed their females too early, so they can deal with how many puppies they throw. But I wait till mine fully mature, so like they fully mature now.
What age you wait?
About 14, 15 months.
The third heat.
Yeah, roughly.
So what are we expecting at this podcast we're going to today?
Oh man, everything. Well, yeah, man, it's gonna be cool though, man. It's gonna be dope. I don't know if you sat in the studio before, but
no, but you guys got a lit studio, man.
Oh yeah,
multiple cameras.
Yeah. When you get there, you're gonna really see the difference. You feel what I'm saying?
One thing I do know about the bully shows, the exotic bully shows, XL bully shows.
Yeah, exactly.
They go all out when it comes to the trophies, dog. Like straight up, none of this certificate in a little wooden trophy.
No.
Look at this, man. These are like, it took time and effort. And that's
the best of shows, you know what I'm saying? 3-6 months, best of breed, best in class, you know what I'm saying? So we done showed a lot before, you feel me? So like I say, we plan on going to the Rumble and Jungle and definitely coming to compete, bring home some more trophies like always, but it's the best part of the
Trophy for what? For looking like a gremlin? A bat? Ugly? It's not even cute.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Getting to compete, go against your peers, and
It's just sad. It's honestly just horrible.
you know what I'm saying, to kill it. So yeah, it's a great time. It's real, real.
We're gonna be here for sure because we got June hooking us up with press passes.
Yeah, like put it like this: in y'all world, y'all can work a dog. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, certain dogs, even as much as you work them, they still can't give you what you want. Same thing with these exotics. We can feed them. We can, you know what I'm saying? You know, work them, get a muscular tone, stack them. If they don't.
I heard that. All he cares about is money. I was told all he cares about is clicks, likes, money. He don't care what he is doing. All he cares about is money. Yeah. Yeah, to see what he got on this. I'm going to show you the comments because people were really disappointed. That's why this is so. This is all he put up was 10 minutes of this thing, and supposedly this was like he was so excited to go. He traveled to go see this and meet these people and sit in this great studio, and all he put up was 10 minutes of it.
Fit the bill, they don't fit the bill.
It's like, yo, if that dog ain't showing me what I want, six months or so,
Yeah,
I'm gonna rehome him.
Yeah, like if this.
Yeah. If his dog doesn't show him what he wants in 6 months, he's rehoming it. How screwed up is that? You don't show me what I You don't show me what I want in 6 months, you gotta go.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Was let's say it jumped up to 13, 14 inches. Now you gotta go.
Yeah.
Can't hang around here because the clientele and the people that I'm marketing to, they want a dog that's, you know, short, about the same body weight, between 47 and 57 pounds. You know, they want a healthier dog, but they want functionality. They want a dog that can move. This dog.
How's that dog moving? That dog's scraping its belly.
Right here, so perfect. She like the hybrid of the dog game because you can do anything with her. A lot of people dogs
You can do anything with her. You can't walk that dog.
can't do what this female can do, hands down. Got the drive, got the motor, the look.
Whoa! What's going on, man? Hey, man, everybody is tall around here. That's what I'm talking about. Tell the folks what your Instagram handle is.
Man, Exquisite Bullies.
Right here.
Exquisite Bullies. My name is Alan. Man, I've been doing it. I've been with the Bullies since 2015. We converted, you know, from a different style of exotic to the exotic style that we are now. I can't wait till we get y'all up to the studio so we can really talk.
Yeah, we're gonna talk some mad.
Yeah.
You ain't talking shit. You had 8 minutes. You only got 10 minutes in this thing. You ain't talking nothing.
Man, let's head up to the studio.
Yeah.
I ran it up, then ran it again. Never gonna stop, I'm just taking the wins. Whole lot of checks, I ain't using no pen. Whole lot of shine when I step, that's a trend. Diamond singing like Mariah Carey. Never gonna stop, I'm just taking.
Look at that. These motherfuckers got it decked out. Look at it. You remember back in the day, Miles, when you can rent movies at was it Hollywood? What's Hollywood? What's the name of the Hollywood? You got Blockbuster. You got Hollywood Video. Oh, now I'm getting nervous, dude. This is type. Listen, if I had this set up, first of all, this setup would cost a grip in LA.
Yeah.
Right. But if I had this set up, like Vlad TV, he be paying motherfuckers, right? Yeah. I would at least, hey man, if I get you to come in, I'll pay your flight. And I do what it takes because this is first class right here, dog.
I'm gonna bring my seat down. I don't want you to look small. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to him.
Hey man, I'm glad to be here, man.
What's up?
Been seeing y'all on the videos and man. My name is Gerald Antoine. They call me motherfucking Gerald Antoine.
Yeah.
I'm at, follow me on YouTube, All World Doberman Club. Instagram, European Doberman stud. Just type in European Dobermans, and my big head will show up on the fucking website, man.
Yeah.
I'm considered a breeder, even though I don't own any females, but I know that the money I spend on training, which is a couple of grand a month,
The thing about that is he is a breeder. He's responsible for every dog he produces with his stud dog.
the dog food, the vet bills, I mean, the incidentals, and then I make a couple of thousand 2-3 months later. You know, it's a long man's game. And as long as you guys are continuously trying to improve the dog's health, this is going to be going on for a long time.
Man, it's the Bully Spin Podcast. We signing out. It's been a pleasure.
Boom! Hey, man.
What does he spend? I mean, he has males. He don't have, I mean.
I had an epic time sitting in the studio with my guys at the Bully Spinning Podcast. Thanks to my guy Tony for referring me to come to this moment. I had to come check it out. And guys, until next time. Boom!
He's so weird. I know. Shows a lot of respect. All right, so these are the comments, right? Lifespan 30 minutes. Dog gremlins. The belly is touching the ground when they standing up, damn near. That's wild. I don't know what that. The proportion you talking about? Improper proportion? Right. Yeah, poor dog. Sad to see. Can't believe you're supporting this, to be honest. But oh well. Why you support this? Yeah, dog bred solely for the amount of money that that breeder can get from them. They're unhealthy and have a hard sitting breathing, never mind anything else. Under overbites, bowed crooked legs, arms, awful nasal passage, bone structure, and a whole list of other things. Taking English bulldogs, Frenchies, and breeding them to satisfy, to staffies, etc. Trying to make them small as possible and craziest looking. Do not understand why anyone would want to breed such unhealthy dogs or own one. They're worse off than English bulldogs, etc., for health issues and ability to do anything at all. Right. So that's the comments that he got on this. So all these subscribers, 41 likes, 10 comments, they all pretty much hate him. This was something else that there was something else that he did too this.
Hey guys, it's a process breeding Cisco.
Birthworks of the ghetto child. My attitude got me walking solo.
Hey guys, it's a process.
Check this. I got this too. Hang on. You see this? Watch this bullshit.
Breeding Cisco to work with me on a daily basis. Hey guys, it's a process breeding Cisco to work with me on a daily basis when he's home from training. So I go through this every day when he gets amped up. And then when he gets amped up, I gotta put him in a down position. But this is how he walks to the car. This is how he's going so fast, he does this right here. And then I let it go because I have to make sure the people around me are safe, no other dogs around. Give it to me.
Right? Not only is that dog not trained, that dog's not trained for him, and there is no bond for him. No bond to him. This dog right here wants to eat him. This dog looks at him as a threat.
Hey guys, it's a process bringing Cisco to work with me on a daily basis when he's home from training. So I go through this every day when he gets amped up. And then when he gets amped up, I gotta put him in a down position.
What dog do you go to your kennel and your dog acts like that to you? He's going to his own kennel and his dog's acting like that to him. And then his dog comes running at him like that and he's got to put him in a down stay.
But this is how he walks to the car.
And he can't even walk his own dog? His dog's not.
He going so fast, he does this right here. And then I let him go because I have to make sure the people around me are safe, no other dogs around. Give it to me.
No.
Hey guys, it's a process bringing Cisco to work with me on a daily basis when he's home from training. So I go through this every day when he gets amped up.
Right. Because there's a difference between somebody else who trained your dog and some dog that is bonded to you. This dog is not bonded to him at all. This dog doesn't look at him any different.
And then when he gets amped up, I gotta put him in a down position. But this is how he walks to the car. He's going so fast, he does this right here. And then I let him go because I have to make sure the people around me are safe, no other dogs around.
That the people are around him are safe and there's no other dogs by the car. And then there's chicken. If you look, there's chicken in the car. That's what the dog's getting in the car.
Safe, no other dogs around. Give it to me.
Yeah. Yep. And then he wonders why his other dog bit him. See, his other dog he put to sleep because it bit him. He's creating the same fucking issue. That's a fucking problem. No, he didn't. He said he put him to sleep. I watched his video. The one that bit him. The one that bit him here and on the back, he said he put him to sleep.
Absolutely. I mean, a good dog is a good dog. That's kind of the funny thing about
That's not what he said in his video. I don't know. I'll look tomorrow for it. Right. All right, there's only one more thing I want to play, and then I'm gonna head out for the night. But I wanted to play this other one. Right. Right. This one. This is another good one. When I talk about feeding the sleeve and then the sleeve going, as soon as he takes the sleeve, watch what he does. Oh, well done. So we're coming in with a hand. We got this stick. And we got the sleeve. Oh, we're good. Thanks for the sleeve. The sleeve. And look at the hackles up on the ass. Yeah, the hackles on the ass, hackles over the shoulders. Give him the sleeve. Oh, we're done. We're good. Thanks. Right. There you go. Good job. Yep. Then we'll retreat because we're good. Thanks. I got what I needed. You hear the high pitch right before he bites the sleeve? Thanks for the. Oh, lay down now. I love these people. These YouTubes are just, they're great. You know the pitch? And then it rewards them. Good job. Anyway. Right. Yep. I don't know. These people. And the crazy thing is like you get these people that are just like, oh, very nice. would love a pup like that. Yet they say American dogs are soft. Nice looking Corso, closest traditional Corso I've seen. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. You gotta laugh at this shit because people don't know what a true working dog is. They did. Well, it's the people that look at this shit and they think it's real. You know, they look at this and they're like, "Oh my God, look at him. He's so great." But they don't know how to read dog language. They don't know what it looks like to have a real dog that does that work, you know? It's all this YouTube and TikTok bullshit that people are like, "Oh my God, the dog's really working." People will probably be mad that I showed that. That's his second dog. He had a bitch that did the same thing. So he must train that way. He's the one that he wants dogs to kill people. His dog's not going to kill anybody. Anyway. So, well, shit. We've been on for 2 hours and 36 minutes. Why do you do that? So bad of you, Canine. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. I think that's it for tonight. It was fun, though. I think had a good time. So I think probably do another live maybe Tuesday. Probably do them later in the evening. Seems to be better. See how that goes. What's a good time for you? Is evening better time for you? Happy Easter to you too. Yeah. Yeah, it shows on my algorithm that a lot of people watch more in the evening times. Yeah, mine kind of does sometimes too. Okay, well, I'll put something up for scheduled probably Tuesday or something. Probably be more towards the evening. Anyway, happy Easter and have a good weekend. And okay. I don't think I'll be doing a 6 a.m. live. All right. Well, you have a good evening, and I will talk to you later. Until next time.
Man, club just a system, but the deck set to fail. You speak for transparency, they call it a crime. Next day, you suspended for 6 months of your time. Pedigree, politics, trophies on the wall. Vanity awards while the ethics take a fall. They say it's for the free, but we know what it is. Power in the clubhouse, silence in the pit. Pedigree, politics, ribbons and lies. Smiles at the banquet, but the truth in disguise. You can muzzle the voice, but the truth don't quit. Dog show, kingdom built on counterfeit grit.